Well, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas here in the States, or the winter holiday, or whatever you want to call it. The text here, thanks to a friend of mine, Sean, who sent it to me. I guess it's been around a while, but not being in the States, I haven't seen much of it. I'm sure everybody interested has been reading about whatever madness is going on in this country, whatever. I got back on the 29th of November, and we're here about the 20th or so of December, and I haven't really posted much of anything or anything at all. Been kind of tied up trying to, I got back and I was getting with VA to line up my upcoming surgery, and going through VA, it's going to take a couple months, when I got a letter from the Department of Motor Vehicles here in Florida saying I had to get an eye exam before the end of February, otherwise I lose my driver's license. You know, people my age, whatever, we've got to get, the eye exam more often. And if I took the eye exam now with my cataract, I certainly wouldn't pass, because the eye's not, good enough, even with glasses, to pass the exam. So another thing about America now is, if you're over 65, every year you have to renew your Medicare Advantage, whoever that you get more from, or whatever. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's a real pain in the neck. So I've been tied up with that and running around and getting things done. But two things that I do have to post, and hopefully we'll get shortly after the first of the year, is the update on the Royal Thai Army camp at Viking in Mukdahan. At the time, Mukdahan was part of Nakhon Phanom, but got the location, pretty much got the outline. I don't think it's going to be of a whole lot of interest to the guys, that specific, because they're more interested in the difference, or the guys, more amazed by the difference between the way things are there now and were then. But point of fact, I got a friend of Dang's and her husband, both their grandmothers were there during the time. And as a matter of fact, one grandmother lived just outside the north side of the base. Kind of took me around and showed me the outline of the place and a few other things. Also, two hotels that were in town at the time and are still there. One's still a hotel, the other isn't, but it's a building right there. So those things. Also had the opportunity to go up the hill to where the, I guess it was radio site was, but didn't really have the time to do it, and hope to get that done when I'm back, to see if there's any of the footprint of that place left to see. Second thing, excuse me, that I did the other day is a few-day trip along the Swanee River. It's only about 240 some miles long, and it's a pretty flat river. I'm going to look at the elevation of the Okefenokee, where it starts, and obviously it ends pretty much at sea level of the Gulf of Mexico. It's kind of this winding, slow-moving, really beautiful, through rural areas and through some towns in western Florida here. It starts up in Georgia and comes down, traveling generally south westerly direction, and comes out just above Cedar Key, which is this nice little town. And I just wanted to, there's a lot of caves in it. It has something to do with the aquifer, somebody said, or whatever. But a lot of people there's a lot of caving. A lot of people I've noticed from around the world come, so it's obviously pretty well known. It's an interesting thing. I put the drone up a few times to get a view from up above. One Sulphur Springs I went to, that's kind of, if you don't know what you're looking for, difficult to find, and I kind of cleared that up and have some decent directions for anybody here in Florida, or any of you folks down back in Thailand that ever end up there to get there. But Sulphur Springs, that have been there for, they've been there for a long time, and they've been a tourist attraction for quite some time, and it's kind of not, I guess, as popular as it used to be. But anyhow, got that done, and one thing or another, and I hope to get this posted soon. So happy whatever holiday you celebrate or don't celebrate, and all the best. And obviously, to my point of view, this is New Year number one, the International New Year, which is followed by Tet, or Chinese New Year, which is then followed by the Solar New Year, also known in Thailand as Thai New Year, or Songkran. But anyhow, whatever the case may be, y'all take care, enjoy yourself, and yeah, it's a jungle out there. Take care, y'all. Bye.